Hey everyone, today's video is going to be about sweet potato slips and how you can help them to do well when you transplant them. If you haven't already, please subscribe to see more videos. Okay, so what I'm going to say first is that I grew these sweet potato slips from, I had the potato right here, from this potato right here, and took about a month to where they actually started. I would say it was before a month, probably like 3 weeks. They started getting slips, right? Then we broke the slips off from the very base of where the potato is at, and then you just put those into water, just like these over here, and they start to grow roots. So that's what these are right here. These were slips from a sweet potato. I've taken them and transplanted them to this bucket. And this is a 5-gallon bucket. Actually, all 3 of these are. I have videos on how to do this. Today, I'm just going to be talking about tips on how to do well, how to help your slips do well, and some secrets to help them, grow efficiently and healthy. So what I've learned is this: that now the reason why these buckets are out here in the direct sunlight right now, because just for the purpose of this video, because it was easier for me to get to talk about different things that are in this vicinity, or they're close to each other. But with these, I have actually learned that you need to keep them in shade, so they can have some lighting and sunlight. But I leave them under my, actually I'll just bring the camera over here so you can see, right there under the porch. Sorry for all the junk over here, guys. Underneath that porch over there is where I put them back in the back. So they still have lighting, but it's not direct sunlight. Because what I learned is if you put them in the direct sunlight, once you've transplanted them, in your mind you're thinking, oh, you need sun, it'll help them do well. But it actually makes them wither, and they almost look like they're gonna die. So that happened to me, and what I did was I took them, put them in the shade, and then they just kind of perked up again, just like this. And for the first week or two, you want to water them almost daily. You can skip maybe one day, but just make sure you're staying regular with a little bit of watering. And when I say water, it doesn't have to be like drenched in water, but you can just give them a little bit of water where the roots are, and make sure that they have that, because they've been sitting in this water just like this in the whether you have a jar or a cup, and getting lots of water and nutrients from that. So it's very important that they're hydrated. The next thing I will say is this. So the first tip is don't put them in direct sunlight right away, especially if it's really hot. They won't do very well. Second tip is, like I said earlier, make sure that you give them efficient amount of water daily, or at least every other day. And you're watching and you can even check the soil to see what the soil feels like, if it's damp, dry. The third thing I will say is this, that you putting, oh my goodness, I'm going blank. Wood ashes from like your fire. These are ashes that you want to take before like the rain hits them, right? Because then once the rain hits them, the nutrients kind of leave the ash. So you take a little bit of ash, put them down here at the base. And what that does is it helps with the pH levels in your soil. And if you didn't know this already, sweet potatoes don't like heavy acidity or high acidic soils. So with the ash, it helps to control that a little bit. Also, from the research that I've done, it also stated that sweet potatoes will yield. You'll get a better yield, like you'll harvest more. It'll help with that. I'm not sure exactly why, but I do know that it has trace minerals in it and things of that nature. So that's the third tip. And another one that we're going to talk about today is using different types of compost. But I'm going to experiment a little bit. I put vermicompost in here, which is worm compost. Okay, I put a little bit here at the base of the roots, and as you can tell, this one's doing really well, very green. These over here, they look a little more light green, So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take a little bit of this vermicompost today and put it in there, and we'll see how they do. The other thing I want to tell you guys that's really neat about sweet potatoes, and if you're wondering why I'm doing the buckets also, before I go forward, This is so that when it gets really, really cold and it's freezing temperatures, I can take these buckets and bring them into my house in a decent temperature. Like it'll be like in the 70s, 75 in my house versus 30 degrees, 20 degrees outside. That's the great thing about this. So over here, I want to show you these slips right here are actually Japanese sweet potato slips. They're not actually from this sweet potato. And these that are coming off here, this is a regular sweet potato. And this is actually, like I said, Japanese yam. Okay, and guys, this is what's cool is that we started out with just like one little slip, right? Or actually, it was three for this little for this sweet potato bed over here. 3 slips in this whole bed. We just planted 3 here, right? 1 over there, 1 in the middle, and then 1 over here. And this whole garden bed is just swarming with sweet potato vines. And we're planning on harvesting this come the first frost. So I'll try to include you guys in that and help you, and, let you be involved in that as well. All right. Well, I don't want to take too much more time. I feel like I might be losing some of y'all. But before we get too distracted here, I want to go ahead and open this my worm bin and just look around here and see if we can kind of find us just a little bit of vermicompost. And remember, vermicompost just means worm compost. It's kind of hard to pick through here, without getting worms or eggs. But I just need a little bit because I'm just doing like a little bit of an experiment here. And so here's some in my hand. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it, let's stand up here. I'm going to put it right here at the base of this plant. I don't need much, and I'm going to water it in. All right, now let me see if I can get a little bit more. Just need a little bit. All right, just want to make sure there's not any eggs in here. We don't need any eggs. We want to keep those in the bin. So this is enough. Like I said, we don't need much, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of some fertilizer. So I'm just going to put that here at the base, right there. And then we're going to water it in just like the other one. All right, well guys, I think that's it for today. Go ahead and put this stuff back there and leave these guys, let these guys do their thing. If you don't already have a vermicomposting bin, I highly suggest that you start one, especially if you're doing gardening. And I have plenty of videos on how to feed them and things of that nature. I'm actually in the future planning to do a video on how to make how to start a worm bin. Well, that's another topic, but guys, thank you so much for taking time to tune in and to watch our videos. As always, we really appreciate it, all the support you guys give us. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. That helps support our channel. It also will help you to stay notified, and click the bell icon, and it'll notify you each time we put a new video out, just so you know what we're doing. All right, thank you so much, and you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.